Well, hello and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today I'm on my little book of collage. We haven't got many of these left, so the next one is this 4 rectangles. So I'm going to fold this in half, make sure I get it up the right way because I'm prone to having them up the wrong way. Right, so 2 rectangles. Wanted to try something a little bit different today. As you can see, I've got my watercolour pencils and my paint palette and brush. I've also got some oxide inks. I've got walnut stain, ground espresso and faded jeans. And then I've also got the Noir waterproof ink. Okay, and I've got a acrylic block because I've got some sexy new stamps. Now, you can obviously do this with any stamp set, but I'm desperate to try out these new ones. I do actually follow Alison Bomber on YouTube. I don't actually follow her Instagram, but I do follow her YouTube. She's called Words and Paper and Words, something like that. I will list in the description for you. And she's released these stamps along with some other bits, and I had to have them basically. So we're going to use them today, but I'm also going to look at creating a mottly textured effect background. So I've got this kitchen sponge. I'm going to cut it down so that we get more out of it. So I'll just cut it in 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it into my ink pad, hoping I can pick up some ink and get some textured background. Right, it is working. You probably can't see it. Can you see it a bit better now? And I'm just going in different directions to get this mottled background. Yeah, you can see that. That's the walnut stain. Then I'm going to go in with the ground espresso and exactly, oh, what if we do that side? Oh, what, is that going to scratch my ink pad? It is different, and it does actually look different. There's something there, but oh, it's a bit of ink. Oh well, but I'm just wondering if it looks different because it's a different colour. Let's try it. So we just got a nice mottled looking background building up here. Yeah, quite like that. It's all trial and error. And then on the bottom one, I thought I would add in some blue. So let's go in the layers of colour. So we've got the walnut stain, which is probably the lightest in doing this. It's obviously not the lightest. Then I'm going to go into the faded jeans like so and get some of this and come over. I must admit, I do love blue and brown in together. It works for me. Okay, and then I'm going to put a very small amount of the dark on top. Okay, like that. That'll do me. Now, because I don't want it completely saturated, I don't want to spray on it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my sponge so that my sponge is nice and wet, and then I'm going to dab in, because remember This is oxide ink, so this should, you know, disturb it so that we get a reaction. Look at that. That now, in my opinion, looks pretty amazing for a background. So I'm going to set that aside to dry for a minute, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in some coffee dyed paper there, and I'm going to start to use my stamps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a blue line like that. I'm going to come in with, this is EAB 36, if anybody wants to know. I'm then going to bring this text stamp onto my block. You can see it's brand new, I've not used it yet. And whoops, we're going to put some black ink on this. We'll see what that looks like. I haven't even done a test stamp yet, so we're going to put that over there. And you can see it's got these lovely white words. Wow. Okay. Then I'm coming in with brown. So I want the very dark. So we go for the ground espresso. So basically what I'm doing is I'm ensuring that I use the same colours for all of this. You can see it's faded, but in there it's this, yeah, I'm loving this blend of different things. Right, how big is my rectangle? Not very tall. So if I tear across there like that, that's going to sit sort of there, and then that's going to come sort of there. I've got ink all over myself now, of course. This is going to sit right. I'm going to just tear a bit more of this off because this is not doing what I want it to do at the moment. Helps if you have the tear roller up the right way, Claire. That's better. On this side I want off completely. Okay, that's better. Right. So now this is going to sit a little bit shorter. We will get there. That's better. That's going to sit like that. But then what we're going to do is we're going to take the berries, we're going to stamp them in the blue, like that. Okay, that's our berries. And then this is going to come on top, so our berries are coming out behind. Yeah, see? And then we've got the colour range working all the way through. That works for me very well. And then, what else have we got in our Discover? I love the word Discover, so we'll put that on. What else have we got? Put a stamp on, like a postage. You know where I am with postage. Right, so this one we're going into the black with. And is there an up and a down? Yeah, that way. Oh, let's glue this down first, Claire. Duh. Glue this down first. So that's where you want it to be. So that one is going to sit there, like that. This black one, which was the right way? That way. That way. Goes in there. That's that. And then we'll do a little wordy. Do a little wordy. And that can go on there. Cover that up. And then we're just gonna rip that. Rip that. We're going to put our Discover going to pop that across there. So that's our top one. Now our bottom one is going to be from the other stamp set. Put them away, otherwise it's all going to get confused and messy. Now this one is poppy seeds. So this one oh, sorry about the glare of the plastic bag. We're going to have that one there. We're going to have that one there. And we're going to have that one there. So I'm going to pick the whole lot up. And that is where I want to ink to. That's why I've done it that way. Okay. Going to ink all of those in this waterproof brown from Archival. Now this is very, very pale now because there's not a lot of ink left in it. And we're going to line it back up and give it a good press because, as I say, there's not a lot of ink in that pad now. And there you go. I have actually moved it so it's a little bit blurry, but to be honest with you, whilst normally I'd be cross with that, because we've got this mottled background, that doesn't really bother me on this occasion. I quite like it. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got this red pencil, watercolour pencil, and this is crimson. A little bit of water. She says. There you go, a bit of water. Wet my paintbrush. Pick up some red off the end of the pencil and rub it down. Okay, and just add it. So we've got a little palette of red. And I'm going to come through. Whoops. I'm going to do the red. And I'm just going to put a little bit of colour on my poppy seeds heads. it too wet, but just a little bit of colour. Now I wouldn't obviously normally use red for these, I'd normally use brown, but because of the amount of colour that we've got underneath, and the underneath is the blue and the brown, it doesn't really show up as a major red, more of a brown. Okay, so you know that one's got more colour in it, that's fine. And then I'm going to pick up this one. So if you've never tried it before, think about colouring in your stamps, because it does add some lovely effect. And when these paints have dried, you'll see the stamp underneath, of course. Then I'm going to take a bit of red and a bit of brown, mix them together, and I'm just going to sweep across the seed heads. And that's why I had to use the archival ink, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to run. So there you go. It wasn't a complete collage because a lot of what we did was painting and inking and stamping, but there is our page for this week. See, I love the mottled effect, but when that's up close you can see the stamps are there in the paint. I just think that's beautiful. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. Happy crafting. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.